Under the bridge, by the river. How did you know it was an ambush?
Whenever there is any doubt, there is no doubt. That's the first thing they teach you. That's the first thing they teach you. That's the first thing they teach you.
Adjustments. In business like life, man, you know, the person who can think the fastest, who can react the fastest, you know what I'm saying, can win. When I was younger, when I was growing up, my mother would always, no matter where we went, she would just say, if the tire blew out right now, Freeman, you know, where would you go? How would you get home? And I had to immediately say, catch this bus, and this bus takes us here. And if I don't know where I am, just find Figueroa. And Figueroa kind of goes from the beach going north and south all the way into downtown LA. So I had to find the thing that no matter where I was would get me back home. And these are the same things. This went on through my whole life. I'm talking about since I was 5. What would happen? How would we get home? What would we do here? If I don't come home today, what do you do? So I was always in a constant state of readiness, always making an adjustment to this. If this happened, do this. As a result, I kind of grew up with this fast twitch muscle. Growing up in Compton didn't necessarily help it either because, well, it did help it. It just, you know, because I had to be aware of my surroundings at all times. If we went to a club, and some of my friends will laugh at me to this day because they will say, we walk into a club and Freeman is checking out where the exits are and who's sizing everybody up, and you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to make sure I know what to do. I used to park my car facing away from the crowd, you know what I mean, 2 blocks in, turn it the other way so I can go the other way. Most people, they run a certain way. I want to make sure I get out of there another way. But all these are adjustments to potential problems, and business is no different. See, most people can go into business, everybody can go into business, not everyone's going to be successful. Successful really depends on the person who has this ability to adjust to their surroundings, adjust to what their customer likes, adjust to the price increases of their competitors or the price decreases of their competitors, adjust to everything that's going on to keep money flowing in. A good example of this for a lot of you cats is Burger King. I always use Burger King as an example from my nephew and say every time McDonald's comes out with something, Burger King immediately adjusts and does the same thing. Burger King has yet to introduce a new hamburger besides the Whopper. McDonald's has introduced 10 burgers, frappes, all kinds of shit. They're just adjusting to the environment. McDonald's took that frappe to cold coffee from Starbucks and said Starbucks and them are making a killing. Let's see if we have 1 billion people coming through our doors. Let's see if they would take our McDonald's coffee instead of Starbucks. And they were right. That shit's making money. If you ever watch CNBC and they talk about McDonald's and their money doing better, they'll say that frappe is killing them. And McDonald's coming with the frosty drinks, and now Burger King comes out with the frosty drinks made from real fruit drinks, because they're all trying to take game from someone else. But McDonald's is still the innovator, because when McDonald's does it, everyone else adjusts. They make the adjustments to the time. McDonald's will reintroduce the McRib. McDonald's will bring out a frosty thing for the heat wave. McDonald's would change all these games. Burger King reacts to it, often late, often making us who are the customer to Burger King think this is not as good as McDonald's. Why would I get iced coffee from you? McDonald's already did it, right? And for the people who went to Starbucks, they're like, why the hell would I go to McDonald's for coffee, right? So they look like secondhand, but McDonald's makes the adjustments to keep money coming in. And this is the difference. This is why when I had an example the other day, and I don't know who told me to talk about a little bit more, where the guy says, well, you know, Freeman, I can get, you sell yours for $14.99, I can get it for $12.99. And I said, well, you know what, I'll sell you $12.99 if you buy this for $3. Because that's me making the adjustments of saying, okay, that dude caught me off guard, my competitor, but you know what, I'm quick on the draw. I can change my prices and make the customer feel that he's getting 2 things for the same price, which is in essence what I'm giving him, right? But he doesn't know that the item that I told him to pay for $3 only cost me 10 cents. So I made all my money back. You see what I'm saying? So I had to make the quick on the draw adjustments to the game. Real life adjustments to keep money coming in. And once you master this, it's hard to stop anyone, aka McDonald's, that can do this on the draw without really thinking about it. Bang, change the prices to this. We gonna fuck up the game. Everybody gonna be adjusting to us. If McDonald's right now said it's 2 for $3 Big Macs, man, they fucking up the pizza places. They fucking up everybody at that moment, right? Because they made an adjustment that is so shocking. They're gonna grab the whole market at that time. Now let's break it down to some of you cats out here pushing water, and you're starting to get competition, right? At this point, you're sitting there saying, what can I do? Right? I don't want to give 2 for $1 because then it's like 50 cents a piece. But what if you did 3 for $2? Right? You're moving more inventory. The damn water's only cost you 14 cents. You got, you know what I'm saying, 3, you only got 14, 28, whatever that is, 28, 30, 42, 42 cents. Out of $2, you made a buck 40, a buck 58. But that would have been no sale if you would have had nothing, right? No sale, because the other dude would have did it. The other dude's selling $1 each, so it's no money. So that person has to learn to adjust, especially maybe during the slow hours. You ever go to a pizza place? This is always interesting to me. You guys should peep game on this. A pizza place will always sell cheaper pizzas Monday through Wednesday. You know why? Nobody buys pizzas on Monday through Wednesday when football's not on. Because when football's on, Monday Night Football makes pizza sales go up. But usually during their off times, they don't have any sales, so they'll say, you know, Monday through Wednesday you get these deals, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no deals, because we know you're gonna buy pizza anyway. They're making an adjustment to the market. They are looking at their numbers and saying this just doesn't do well on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, and they made the adjustment to these chips, you see, and that's what you have to learn. See, a lot of cats, and I'll give you an even better example. If you guys ever been to Atlanta, you come to Atlanta and there used to be like a Harold's Chicken, right? Harold's is a good chicken place up in Chicago. There used to be one in Atlanta. And people say, well, why didn't it do well? Maybe the people in Atlanta don't like chicken. No, it's not that. The thing that they didn't adjust for is that the blacks in Chicago are different from the blacks in LA. They're different from the blacks in the South, in Atlanta, Memphis, Charlotte, wherever y'all happen to dwell in Bell. And the person who brought Harold's down assumed black is black. And most of us know, when you come to Compton, we aren't the same blacks that are not even in the Valley, or the brothers over in Vegas, or the people up in Seattle. You know, it's all the West, but we still know it's different, right? And we don't think the same things will work all over. There's no Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles all over the West. It seems to work very well in LA, but not all over the West. So they made the adjustments, but this guy, and I'm not knocking him, I don't know him, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry he lost money, but he came down to Atlanta and he set up a Harold's, and he thought it was going to do well because people just know Harold's, and people who ever dip through Chicago, the people at Chicago tell you, let's go to Harold's, you know, and chicken's very good. I like Harold's. But they didn't adjust for Atlanta. Now, let's say you had the same idea and you came to Atlanta and you had the idea same as Harold's. Now, the thing you would have to do in order for your chicken place to be doing the exact same thing Harold's does is to make it something that is part of Atlanta. Because Chicken and Waffles is not Atlanta, but they have, what's her name, Gladys Knights and the Pips place over there, I think. And this is not part of Atlanta at all. Chicken and Waffles seems to be a West Coast thing. Could have been a Southern thing before, but it's a big West Coast thing with Roscoe's. But the thing is, you have to make the adjustments to cater to the Atlanta market. So let's say I had Harold's, and what if I called it A Chicken? You know what I'm saying? Atlanta's own. Something simple that made it part of the community. Now people are going to come there and say, y'all don't have A Chicken like we got. And so people from Chicago can come down and say, this shit tastes like Harold's. I mean, what the hell is the same thing as Harold's? But they brought their tradition to Atlanta. They brought a Chicago tradition to Atlanta. That doesn't work with us. We want to have something unique. So in that way, I just changed the same game, exact same seasoning, exact same sauce, exact same wrapping. It can, you know what I mean, something else, but they didn't start off right. When it comes to money, you have to think about all these things. Because if you move into an area that you're not from, I'm from California, I'm from Compton. If I move to the Bay Area, you know what I'm saying, if I'm up in Oakland, if I'm up in Frisco, Vallejo, Antioch, wherever, Pittsburgh, all these areas, they are not Southern California people. And as a result, they do not eat Southern California cuisine. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to go into the Bay Area, sit back and absorb game for maybe a month or a year so I can see, okay, this is how they move. And I have to adjust what I want to give them to what they already eat. And that's how I would make money. You understand what I mean? Until I get a big company like Red Lobster or something like that, and then people just eating at Olive Garden because it says Olive Garden. But in the beginning, I don't have that kind of name following. So you don't want to make that mistake. See, the adjustments you have to make in business always have to do with your customer. They always have to be, you can get a thought about from the customer, your competitor, and anyone else who might try to tweak your game a little bit. You have to have a plan A through Z when it comes to your business. And I'm not talking about that normal A through Z crap. I'm talking about if the sun is up, I'm going to have less customers. I got to do this and this and this. If it's after school, I'm going to have a lot of more customers. I need to sell more dollar items because the high school kids only got $3 in their pocket. If it's Sunday, people might want to eat brunch after church. I need to come up with some waffle dishes. If it's Monday Night Football, I need to sell a big rack of wings, and 50 wings for $25, so dudes will come and load up on them. And then you have to have all these scenarios covered in your hustle. You understand what I mean? Because you gotta be, the sun is out, homie. Take off your jacket. It's gonna snow tonight. You know what I'm saying? Go and defrost your windshield. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? You gotta have these backup plans. You gotta be thinking so thoroughly to your hustle, and you gotta make these adjustments on the fly. The dudes who make the most money adjust on the fly. I'll give you a good example when it comes to rap music. There was a time when I grew up, rap music had different beats. The dudes from the South didn't sound like the dudes from the West. The East didn't sound like the dudes from the Midwest. We didn't sound anything alike. Now all the music semi-sounds alike because the beats are made by the same people and they're copying off each other, right? And that's an adjustment. They're saying, we don't care. This sound that is coming out is a winner. And you see dudes who never made beats this way adjust to make beats this way, right? And they make money. And then you'll say all of them are copying off those dudes. For the cats who are producers in this game listening to the Rise and Grind, you know where the original beat came from. So do I. I listen. I know, okay, that Toot made that beat, or Dre made this sound, or, you know what I'm saying, Beats by the Pound made it. I know, these dudes made these beats, so I can always hear their signature sound. But everybody else who listen to this rap music like it's pop music, they don't care who the hell made the beat. They just like the beat. And you see people adjust to make this money. This is the same thing in almost every facet of your life, young brother. If you were talking to women and you wanted to add a gift of gab on them, you would be sitting there saying, I need to almost turn all no's into yeses, right? I need to come up with a salesman technique to this game. I need to turn all things that she says, well, I don't want to go here. Well, why don't we go here? Well, I don't like this kind of food, but I like this kind of food. I don't think I'm gonna have time, but this, what I'm saying, we have time right now. I mean, you have to, be faster on the draw. You want to turn all no's into yeses. So in the scenario where someone comes up to me and says, Freeman, I got this for $14.99, you selling it for $17.99. I can't be one of them suckers saying, well, we just keep our prices the same. Nah, you can't. We want the money, man. You know what I'm saying? We want the money. We want to accomplish the goal of getting our chips right. So we can't just be saying, no. But we don't want to go down as a sucker and say, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Freeman hooking everybody up. I told him this price was something else. You see this with Walmart. Let me give you a good game. You see it with Walmart. Walmart and all these places say, bring in the same ad you see any place else and we'll match the price, right? Because Walmart's playing the game and saying, we'll just match it, right? But they're making the customer go get the actual ad to bring it in. They're not just accepting it off the whip, right? They're not accepting it just by saying it. So you can play the same Walmart game with the hustle. Is it advertised, or are you just talking about somebody hooking you up? Somebody hooking you up, man, I can't be matching the hookup. But if you're a competitor, if McDonald's is selling 2 for $3, and you come in and say, well, why aren't Whoppers 2 for $3? Bring me the ad that shows 2 for $3, and I'll give you 2 Whoppers 2 for $3. Now that customer is going to stay with you, and you're going to get the money. And you're going to say, well, I lost some money. You didn't lose no money. The damn hamburger patty cost 5 cents. Shit, we ain't losing no money. But we didn't just go and adjust and make our whole thing a sale that day to match them. We asked them, yeah, if you like Whoppers that much more, we're going to give you the same damn deal. Right? And you're going to have customers coming in with all kind of pieces of paper, but it doesn't matter because the damn hamburger costs 10 cents, the Coca-Cola costs 5 cents, and you still charge them $5. I mean, get your money and go home. Make the adjustments. This is the game that a lot of people never get involved in because you didn't grow up with these. It can either be through struggle or it can be through hustle that you learn how to have these reactions and make these adjustments to the game. If y'all don't learn them, that's where you fail. You got to be innovative in delivering your product to people. You got to be something a little bit better. You got to spice it up a little bit. You got to offer them something. You got to entice them a little bit. You got to change things a little bit. You got to be the leader. Because right now, when you make the adjustments and someone comes up to me and says, you know, Freeman, I got it for a lower price, I'm behind the dude who's leading the game. I need to up my game and make him sweat, make him adjust. And since he don't have the knack and don't got the knowledge and the hustle and the understanding that I got, he ain't gonna adjust. And I'm gonna blow his bitch ass out the water. I'm gonna get all his people. I'm gonna just keep flooding the market with 2 for $3 Big Macs, and I'm gonna make his ass go under because his ego is stopping him from adjusting to the game the way it's presented to us today. The sun's out, let's get, you know what I'm saying? Let's sell sunglasses, the sun's going down, let's sell flashlights. You know, storms coming in, let's sell jugs of water, let's sell flashlight, let's sell generators. You know what I'm saying? Hurricanes coming in, let's sell plywood. If your brain is not adjusting to all the things that are going on, right, you're gonna lose, because you can't keep, the game is fluid, homie, and you can't be stuck in one way of thinking. So this past weekend, right, major heat waves damn near the whole East Coast, right, and the Midwest and the South. And I'm thinking, if I was any kind of cattle on them streets, I would have been selling. I would have probably made a G off of water this week. It's automatic. The damn TV stations are telling you it's going to be 100 and something today. Anyone caught outside going to get, man, water for days. You understand what I'm saying? I would have a truck full of water. I would have moved all of them, made a G this weekend. You dig? That's me adjusting to the times, though. Knowing when to go get more product, when I need to push harder, right? When I know I need to make some personal sacrifices. Yeah, I don't want to be outside in 105 degree weather either, shit. But would you be outside for $1,000 a day? Probably so. And that's the way we got to think about this money. But I made the adjustments for the conditions. And that's what you have to learn. And that's a hidden secret of this game. Because everyone is making those adjustments. You think it's, you know what I'm saying, you see some little shit on the block, but somebody picked out the right spot. Somebody kept their eyes open. When I go all over the country and when I'm doing my little summer tour here and there, trying to, you know, scope out things for the book, realistically. And I'm looking around and I'm picking up game from all these other dudes. I'm adjusting. I'm even asking. I'm interviewing people. When I went to Chicago, or when I talked to people in Chicago, I'm asking the dudes on the corner how it's going down. I need to understand the dude on the corner's understanding of the hustle. Instead of mine is the Cali understanding of the hustle, right? You might not sell as much water in California and LA, especially because it's not as hot. But if we move into the valley, or we move into the Inland Empire, or we move towards Vegas, it's hot than a motherfucker, man. And you know what I'm saying? You're going to sell a lot of water there. But that's me adjusting and saying, shit, it might not do well, though, over in Redondo Beach or Santa Monica. The water ain't a necessity on them streets because the beach is so damn close. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to adjust at all times. And you should work on this at all times in your head. There's a reason why I go out and I look at all these hustles and I try to pick it up. And I had one cat email me and say, man, you just wake up thinking about money. I wake up thinking about the adjustments that I have to make in order to get the money. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm always selling the right product at the right price to the right person, money comes. I'm not thinking about the money. I'm thinking about what I need to do to adjust to get you to come out your chips, partner. And that's the game I'm always on. What can I do? What can I say? Who can I reach? Who can I contact? Do I need to do this? Do I need to go left, right, north, south, east, west? Do I need to try this? Do I need to update the thing? My brain automatically thinks this way because it's money on the line. And as a result of money being on the line and me wanting to completely wipe the game out and, you know, manipulate the whole thing and build empires, this is the road, this is the lesson, this is the technique, these are the tactics, this is the strategy to this hustle. I gotta be on it. Don't forget to make the adjustments to this game, young homie, and teach yourself and train yourself and practice with these adjustments. When I go outside and I see the dude selling face towels or something, I'm thinking, how can I improve it? You never hear me come back. Whenever I put a quick hustle, there's always the presentation of the hustle, and then there's like a parlay. That parlay is my brain adjusting, saying, what would be better than what he's doing? Right? Well, how can I improve the game that I see in front of me? That's an adjustment, right? And if I came out there with the ice cold face towels on a hot ass day and made it a cool combo, cool down combo, and you hear me throwing in marketing terms and advertising pitches and wearing light blue, and if I came out there and presented the game as such, I've blown them other motherfuckers out the water. I know they aren't adjusting to the game. I know they aren't trying to innovate the game. I know they're just playing the damn game. And when a cat like me sets up on the same block, it's over with. Because I'ma destroy them. I know that all they can do is copy off me. If I wear light blue, that dude's gonna wear light blue 2 weeks from now. If I say 2 for 3 combo, 2 for 3 deal today, only on Tuesdays on my slow day, bang, dude gonna jump on and try to change his shit to mine too. But you can never adjust faster than the innovator. I make the game. He follows the game. You gotta dig? Make the adjustments in this game. Train yourself to make these adjustments. All you have to do is every day when you go home from work, come up with 10 different ways to go home. Take those 10 different ways to go home. When you take those 10 different ways, break those 10 different ways into another 10 different ways. And your brain's gonna start breaking everything down into multiple possibilities. And that's all an adjustment is. If they close down my main street to go home, how the fuck am I gonna get home? If my car tire blows up, what am I gonna do? And if you have all these things ready to go, when the tragedy strikes, if someone comes in and says I can get it for cheaper, I got the backup plan with $2 more that I'm gonna make on top of the hustle. This dude don't know. Make the adjustments, young partner, and you'll be good in business. You'll be good in life. No one can stop the dude who is always prepared to move, shake. You know what I'm saying? Juke a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Cross over a bitch on the basketball court, homie. You dig? Make the adjustments. Next time, partner.
Under the bridge, by the river. How did you know it was an ambush?
Whenever there is any doubt, there is no doubt. That's the first thing they teach you.
Who taught you?
I don't remember. That's the second thing they teach you. All good things come to those who wait.